Good afternoon, everybody, to all you viewers at home. Welcome to the October Poetry Slam here at Studio Central. We're going to start today off with our usual suspect, Rob St. Germain. Give it a round of snaps for Rob St. Germain.
And his poetry.
I have two poems to share. This first one is called The Door. The Door. I've had the door slam in my face so many times. It hurts my brain and hurts my mind. I've been said no at every turn, and there's always a painful lesson to learn. Sometimes I want to scream out with rage, I just can't seem to turn the page. I run in circles, never reaching the end. It's just me and pain, my only friend. Can I smash through this mighty wall? What's over and done will be anything left at all. Okay, this last is called No More Good Guys. So here we go, No More Good Guys. All the cowboys have rode off to the setting sun. Their task is over and done. The only thing left is treachery. No one in this town is free. The only sharks swimming in this sea. There's no safe haven for you or me. Only the villains walk these streets. This is the realm where they all compete. There are only robbers to steal our souls. There are only victims to play their roles. This is a city of fallen angels. Everyone seems to have an angle. Darkness descends on this plane darkness descends on this place that we call home. The grief and the pain will leave us alone. Tragedy blooms like a beautiful rose. How can we escape? Only God knows. We will make up for this nightmare one day. In the end, who can say?
Thank you, Rob St. Germain. That was good as always. And now our second poet up for the Poetry Slam today is Rob's better half, the lovely, the talented Cassandra Coulee.
This one is called Dimensions. Drifting in the moonlight, I reach across the divide. Everything seems so surreal, I can't control the way I feel. Caught up in the atmosphere, without shame and without fear. The more I let go, the more I'm pulled near. I swear now I can hear the music of the spheres. The cosmic expansion has come to my attention. The stars of the Milky Way flow like water, swimming through the light and the dark. I play like a child in a park. Everything is new and I want to experience it with you. I know now that I'm not bound to earth, wandering from dimension to dimension, aware that I'm suspended between one reality and another. My spirit calls out to eternity, even though I am still a coherent being, and I'm traveling through infinity as myself, riding a dream into an expanding consciousness, taking in the unfolding of imagery beyond my body, but I still see. I still hear and touch these moonbeams, the strange mysticism of the exploratory journey motivates me to appreciate what it means to be human. Born to the mundane, we can still find wonder all around us. We can still discover a spiritual aspect in our experience. We can still connect with an extraordinary universe. We are not alone in this existence. We can meet with each other on many levels when we surrender our resistance. Thank you. Great. Okay, this is for a mentor of mine, someone I really admired, so here goes. It's called Her. Her eyes are like opalescent lilies, her hair a satin train over her shoulders, her spirit so creative, hovering over creations like an expectant mother. She was my inspiration and my mentor, a speculative inventor, and I wanted to be just like her. But time got in the way and I grew apart from her. She gave me someone to admire, even when I felt uninspired. Down on myself and depressed, she made me feel as if life wasn't done with me yet. So engaging and competent, I still wish I could be like that. She started me on my artistic journey. Even when things were bad, my creative fire was burning and I continued learning. Expressing myself became my priority, even when no one valued what I was doing, when I had no idea where my life was going. Looking back at how I adored her, the way I best honor her contribution is to keep making art and surround myself with people who inspire me. At a certain point, I had to embrace my own journey. Most of us have heroic figures to look up to. I was lucky enough to know mine in person. Although I'll never be exactly like her, she gave me the courage to keep going, to express my inner knowing. Let my intuition lead me to explode with energy and create a universe of connectivity. Thank you. And this is my last one. It's called Fall Again. The chill is bracing, but I dread facing the winter on the horizon. Saying goodbye to sunny days, hiding from the cold and rain. Under the covers in my bed, wishing it was summer instead. Soon the snow will be falling and I'll be recalling the effortlessness of warm weather. At least the sun is intermittently shining and the trees look beautiful, shedding their multicolored leaves. You can't help the destination, so you might as well enjoy the journey. Fall again is a borderland between the bitter cold and sweltering heat. Sometimes a perfect dream, sometimes dreary and bleak. A mirage shimmering on the oasis of seasons, a familiar hand to which to cling. A child's exuberance in the restraint of time. Walk on, for soon it will be gone and be replaced, the land covered in an icy embrace. This fluttering fairyland of oranges, reds, and browns, of golden leaves drifting down, of jackets and gloves worn more for style than function, will meet an end with winter's injunction. Whipping wind and tears frozen on your face will lead to the memory of a perfect fall day. Fall again in time to appreciate the perfection of an impermanent state, before naked trees stretch their skeletal arms towards a sky less blue than gray, and parkas and boots are necessary agents to ward off death and freeze even decay. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing, Cassandra. Good stuff to ring in the season with some colorful words. Well done, well done. Our next presenter, our poet here, is going to be James, and he's also going to be reading for Brittany as well. So please give it up for James.
Okay, this one's called The Meadow. It's birthday poem number 2 to the glory of God, and all my poems are the glory of God and to go on with love. The light catches the seeds floating in the still air. A deer casually wanders through. Flowers innocently beckon life. Nature is a woman, love is innocence. Butterflies and dragonflies move through our minds. Death never occurs as the blanket of purity transcends. No one can own this place or this moment. No picture of any kind has any knowledge. Trees seem like awkward monsters. They lean over and welcome. A bird shoots into the air. Such small moments of actual purpose only add to the irony of beauty. A large cat seems to avoid its impact on the scene. It glances to the birds with envy, yet passes by. If there are clouds in the sky, they only decorate, while the gentle contrasts of light and shadow seem like a ladder. But since we are in heaven already, the climb upwards can wait, even though heaven on earth can be fleeting. Eventually we lie in the soft grass on our backs. The leaves rustle because they're designed that way, to only in its light breeze. The sky speaks of eternity, but the metaphysical doesn't occur to our words. It is like a brilliant wallpaper. It is God's to be so bright we never question. Even in the heat of the sun, the cool forest flows over us. Leaves are cool to the touch, absorbing heat to grow. The quiet buzz of harmless folk fill us with drunken minds. The potential of peace seems like a news story. All creation is assumed by our warmly holding hands. It spins and applauds. Nothing about rock and roll seems difficult. Everything is for beauty. No release for the sake of pain enters. We kiss her and I. We exist in the soul of God, and her lips are rose petals. The world is so full of freedom, everything adds to the rise. The quietude of silence hushes with songbirds and animals in the distance. We hold even tighter with deep and longing absorption. The moment is like a meadow. The moment is like a meadow, a gift from something beyond us. Even God receives gifts. The innocence permeates our minds, and we never think. Time takes us on many moments. Ideas and many different birds with many different colors and thoughts seem to fly from our eyes. We can't keep up with creation because love is there already. Our children know of a female planet. Great defenseless trees, 40 men holding hands in girth, are dead, while time rewards our imagination and tramples on it at the same time because we always ask for another chance. We share flesh, hoping to hold hands at any time, that she is with me every time I think of her. The meadow says yes, but we already know we hope to become gods. This one's called Different Trees. In all my poems, the glory of God and to go with love. Thank you. They all stand there waiting for something. Some have the character of an ugly dog, just irresistible. Some spread out like a magic fountain. There is the noble kind that shoots into the air like a sword. Some are small and quaint, others are poetic. Autumn offers unbounded inability to describe. Many stand alone, most part of a forest. Some confuse the definition of a bush. There's blue ones and purple ones. Some grow faint, some seed. Some leaves are nettles, others are like a page. Orchards of many kinds, Christmas trees in row upon row. Disease changes things, or wiped out by drought and fires. Clinging to a cliff or shallow root on rocks, they come alive in fiction, walking across the world. The wind whistles through them like a cliche come to life. Moss grows upon them. Some live for thousands of years with trunks 25 or to 40 men holding hands in circumference. It seems they are all retinas with leaves as rods and cones. Their brains are where the trunk meets the roots. Some ancient ones are small and unexpected. Their wood is of different uses. Some hold onto a shallow level of soil, or some will never grow back where they are. They all cling to life with us. We plant many of them now. There's no replacing what they offer to the environment. Communication through the soil is subtle in its importance. Symbiosis is unexpected. People see our collapse a mile away. Maybe we'll escape the tipping point, but not entirely. They even look sad and worried for us. They live like people with wisdom who think no one will listen. The word sentinel comes into play. We need to pay attention. It only takes a decade for them to get pretty big. People don't hug trees usually, but I think that's wrong. Their branches look like a drawing of our vascular or nerve system. All parts of the body have their place as an organism in nature in and of itself. They string through us in ways we don't know. Pestilence happens to us and to them. In how many ways does mankind make themselves greater than simple organisms? What kind of intelligence do trees make the whole planet? We can listen in so many ways. The diversity of life is like a mirror. Objectivity tells us of who we are. We can see who we are and know of our spiritual immersion. So let's see how many friends we have, who and what we are like. All kinds of canopy and umbrella protect us from a harsh world. The leaves are cool to the touch because they turn heat into growth. AstroTurf isn't getting us anywhere. There is no decay of plant matter that is pollution. Yet we have to hold on to it tooth and nail. Life offers so many beautiful metaphors, so let's set ourselves free and see the diversity of our world that trees tap into directly to survive. This one's called Places to Go. I wrote it yesterday. Are places to go the same as going places? Simply put, both require a search for meaning, and meaning largely is only found in meaning that we didn't know we were looking for until after it's found. Sometimes being rejected by the people at our locations isn't justified, and even when you find justice, some people will never admit it. Meanwhile, the only true justice is in not giving up on anyone. Setting people free to their own is done while you hope they'll see your point. But seeing a point often goes way beyond understanding in reading and getting an A+. Offering the comfort of never giving up on anyone is real and true and as an experience. It's not required that you enjoy everyone's company. It might even seem bleak over where people are at. Yet in knowing a reward that is all that matters, no matter how small the chance of getting it, is an easy thing to dedicate to everyone when you found it for yourself. Sometimes you have to sit in the same seat over and over, staring at the carpet with real pains of being unwelcomed. The need to believe everyone deserves to be included is a powerful idea. When you truly see people for what they are, you see a chess game, no matter how realized, pales in comparison to the give and take of loving others. To manipulate your world entirely is to see you can only offer assistance. To say to a person, the more power to you, is of the idea that true power sees the limits in making intent equal with outcome. We can strive for the ideal in order to try to fulfill it as much as possible, but not everyone will listen. With the same contempt of a bookish intelligence that doesn't equal that of living a life. So you sit in a chair in the middle of a room. You can see all the chess games being played for people's lives. You have to embrace the knowledge of ill intent, that people are going to try and strip you down to your basic components, reduce you to something inhuman. Be wise as serpent and innocent as doves. Remain in hope for anyone possible, even in the face of conniving in the actions of everyone there. So a chair becomes a chess piece, patience becomes a strength, taking all the opportunities given, forgiveness being called gullibility. Some moves become inconsequential. There are no moves that end the desire to play. Family comes first, but you adopt everyone. It even feels like you only move forward as if your back is against the wall. Yet making hope as slim as possible makes little difference, because the lifeblood of relevance pumps through your veins. A poem by Brittany Fox. Can't you see beyond wake, my son? See how it rises and shines for you. See how the moon trips over your shoulder and the magic that you enthuse. Do you see the perfection and the beauty of the eyes that you behold? Do you feel the nest made inside your heart from the love that you've been told? The song inside your chorus is for you and I to bold. The yearning of your youth will be forever at your toll. You will salvage all the audacity of the glorious gold. Your wings are never going to fold or grow old. Hold on to the light and brighten this world that you and I have loaned. Your intentions are specifically sown in sanguine and the solace of your own. Your grace in your ace designed is straight from the essence of the gods, and you are to be a protector of the betterment of the odds, and hone your power, your insight, your mind's flight. Hone your integrity, your blasphemy, and honesty to alacrity with all your given might. For you are to see the questionable dynamics of ebb and flow, and you are to appreciate all that you have to conquer and all that you have come to know. May you capture the entity that you are over every thrown stone, and wish the best upon the mayhem that you and I have to own. And know that in the story of your pages you are loved to your forever bone, and in my heart you are always welcomed, and you are shared home. Beautiful.
Well, I just want to give a big thank you for all the poets who showed up today for the October Poetry Slam. Please tune in next month for the November Poetry Slam. Thank you, Rob, Cassandra, James, Brittany. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Snaps.
Snap, 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 snap.